Hi there, I'm Magneto, but not the Mafex one, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. The Mafex one will be coming later. Yes, thank you to Marvel Legends Magneto there. This is Jay's Toy Collection UK, and I've just finished work. I just got back in, and I have this parcel from Hobby Link Japan, as you can see. So it's going to be time to hashtag flip open the flap. So firstly on this one, shout out to the FedEx driver that actually bothered to come back today, because I had to pop out on a work visit and I missed the delivery, but it came back the same day. So we have this all the way from Hobby Link Japan. It's come over the sea in, of course, 3 days, which they love to do. Let's get that out of the way. And here we have, look at these two bad boys. We have Superman Steel and Magneto, both from Mafex. So this review today is going to be a review of Magneto himself, but I do have a pair, so let's just take a closer look. So here they both are then. Luckily I had a 10% off code as well for a Hobby Link Japan a few weeks ago when I pre-ordered Magneto. So got him for an outstanding £46, plus it was £8 shipping each, it worked out, bundling them together. So £54 all in for Magneto, I think, is an absolute steal. So there is talking Steel. Look, I'm making puns and I didn't even know it. So there's a quick look at Steel. I may do another separate review on Steel on the channel. Let's just give you a quick sort of a quick closer look at Steel there from the sort of death and return of Superman storyline. But today's focus will be the master of magnetism himself. It is Mafex Marvel's Magneto. That's a lot of alliteration, a lot of M's there. So number 179 in the Mafex line, standing a whopping 6 inches tall. So average size for Magneto. There's the bottom of the box there. Top of the flap with a bit of reflection from the old ring light. Trying to get us a bit of light here. Comic image of Magneto on the side. Looking at the sort of Jim Lee version of Magneto here. There is the back of the packaging, where you can see again sort of 90s comic book style Magneto. You've got sort of the etching in the packaging as well. All those effects he's going to come with. So it's like you're going to get the blacked out head sculpt, the unmasked head, which is similar to the Marvel Legends version that I had on at the start of the video. And there is a look at the side of the box there. So that is Magneto. Is there anything interesting on the bottom? Ooh, the official hologram, confirming we haven't got a fake. So that's a bit of a bonus. So that is the box of Magneto. So I will I'll get the big trusty blade. Let's get that open and we will hashtag flip open his flap. Let's see what's inside. Right, let's see what it's got to offer us. So first thing, we've got this exciting genuine product certificate. So that's really thrilling. I've tried to loosen the plastic trays this time because the buggers wouldn't come off, so I did that off camera. But we've got them off, so let's see what Mafex are bringing us then. So I've tried to tip these things before, and usually it all bloody falls out. So look at that, balance there. Well, spoke too soon there. So we might as well start with the hands then. So let's see what they've got to offer us here. We've got a pair of the sort of open gesturing hands there. Again, with Mafex at the moment, you do get these nice little sort of plastic things that they come on, sort of plastic little prongs, and it keeps the hole. Oh god, it's filthy already, isn't it? It opens the hole, ladies and gentlemen. It opens the hole, so the hole is the right size to fit on the peg without any issues. There's a real sort of wider set of the splayed out hands, again for gesturing and sort of pushing that magnetism. And is it a third? It's a bloody third set of open hands. So no fists so far. I'm assuming they're probably on the figure if I can get this bloody thing to focus. There you go. More sort of I'll recreate them with my own hand sort of section there. So a pair of them. So 3 interchangeable hands to start with. We've then got all of these. So these will be, again, a sort of magnetic, sort of magnetism effects. So you do get a pair. And if you can see there, if I can focus in, they've actually got sort of a fist indentation in there. So they will hopefully easily slide on up to the figure's hands. Let's go to the second tray while we're doing effects. We're on the effects roll. We do get a pair. Again, they've got the butt plug in there just to keep them safe. So again, we've got more magnetic effects. This time, sort of looks more like sort of ice crystals, to be honest with you, rather than magnetism. But you do get a pair of those here, so you do get lots of different effects and accessories for Magneto, which is always good. And how am I going to describe this? Now, no filth in the comments, but we've got sort of, I don't know, probably can only describe as sort of a splooging sort of sperm effects here from Magneto. I wonder who he's going to impregnate this time. There you go. Will he get to the egg? So sort of sex ed from Magneto here, but no, they are, again, they are fisted gaps there, so you can get the fists in, and these will sort of go on his fists and will like sort of punching effects, quite similar to what Storm Collectibles would give you with their sort of Street Fighter effects. So that is all the effects so far. Right, what else we got? We got head sculpts galore, I'm assuming. So if I can get them out. Good God, come here! Oh, he's a slidey little bugger. I've been interrupted by this little piece of grippy plastic, which is very loose. So let's have a look. Can we focus on here? Oh God, not the camera. This is absolutely amateur hour here at the moment, but we're trying to do this in one take. As I say, I just got home from work when this got here, and I was kind of just fell asleep on the sofa, so I am half awake as we try to do this review. But a really, really good head sculpt here. You can see the shine of the ring light there of that helmet. So that is the angry sort of snarling face for Magneto. I think you get the sort of blacked out, sort of full power Magneto helmet there. Again, the Marvel Legends did come with a similar version. What I do like is actually on these head sculpts, you do get a bit of Magneto's hair on the back, which does look kind of cool. So a bit of hair sculpt there. And finally, I think we got something that I was wanting in Marvel Legends for many a year, which was just a helmet. So Marvel Legends Roleplay have actually just got around to doing this. So for £100, you can have a 1-to-1 scale of Magneto's helmet. But I actually bought 2 of the Marvel Legends version and heated up the helmet just to take the head sculpt out, so I could actually have Magneto with a sort of unheaded helmet. So there is that. Then, of course, before we get to the figure, we'll leave him for the main event. On the back, you do get the trusty Mafex stands. They are quite good. You can tighten them up with screws. I do use those a lot in the display. So let me clear all this up, and we'll have a closer look at the actual figure itself. Right then, extreme close-up to start with. So figure straight out of the packaging. I've just unfurled the cape and tried to get him to stand up. First thing I have noticed, he's a little top-heavy with the cape, so did take a bit of posing to actually get him stood up. But there's your close look then at the head that actually comes on him in the package, which I just kind of realised is the unhelmeted head look. So that's unusual to actually get the unhelmeted sort of maskless head in the packaging rather than his actual helmet on. So if I pan down slowly, yeah, here you go, straight on the crotch, absolute filth as always on the channel. Past the crotch, down we go, and you can see the boots. You've got the classic purple boots with the sort of the red coming through there in the patterning. You do get a very, very nice sort of shiny, velvety looking sort of soft goods cape. It is fully bendy wired, so it is bendy wired on the bottom and the front of the cape, so it does look really good. If I pull away slowly for a bit of smoothness there, there's your full sort of shot of Magneto. So far, just on the initial looks, very, very impressive here from Mafex. But all of their recent releases, the Storm, the Nightwing from DC, have all been very, very nice in hand. So this is another really good looking figure. Again, I was quite lucky to get hold of because I had missed. I was on a UK pre-order. Unfortunately, the company went out of business, so I missed out on that one. But did manage to jump on HobbyLink Japan for this fella. So it's looking really, really good. Anybody that fancied the rear view of the figure, there is this magnificent cape. Now, it is massive. It's nowhere near the size of Batman's cape if you've got the blue version of the Mafex Hush Batman, but it is a very nice, very, very sort of good quality feeling cape in hand. So before we do articulation, I thought I'd start with the comparison. So I've pulled out what you saw introduce the video, which is the Magneto from Marvel Legends from the Family Matters 3-pack, but with the head sculpt on from the sort of black suit Magneto version. So I thought I'd do the comparison because Mafex came with sort of the exact same head on, and yeah, it's night and day really, the sort of difference between these two. You can tell he's very old and dusty is the Marvel Legends one, but for the Marvel Legends price point at the time, you couldn't really go wrong with the Marvel one. But the soft goods cape is really is really making a difference between these two. And scaling wise, as you can see, they're pretty similar in sort of height. So if you were going to put this into a Marvel Legends display, I think it would absolutely work a treat and be quite a sort of centerpiece of your Legends collection if you wanted to sort of upgrade that version to this Mafex version. Right, if you've seen the channel before, you know how much I love an articulation segment, and I'm like an ACBA legend. If you haven't seen the channel before, you won't know, I was just lying. But let's see what we can do. So I have already tried to film this once, and the camera decided to run out of storage space, little bugger. So you can go fully side to side on the head. I have swapped the head. You get the Michael Myers there, the nice head tilt to the side. And you get the menacing. I like this for a pose already. Apologies for the ring light on the top. It's giving him some sort of focus there. But I do like him looking down. He does look like menacing. But up, he ain't doing absolutely nothing going up. You ain't getting a thing going up because of his old man hair sculpt there. So that's not going to do anything for you. So arms will come up to the infamous T. I'll try and get you in there and you can see all the sort of way the butterfly joint is constructed on here. And he has got a drop down shoulders, I think, if I can get it to work. There you go, up like that, and you go down so he can disjoint his own bloody arm. Go on, send him to hospital, poor fella. But you can get that, so you can oh, look at that. Always, oh, that's animated series all over, isn't it? Look at that, impressing himself again. He's flying in off the page, so you get a nice bit in the arms. Got a double joint, I assume we got a double joint. Well, you're not getting much past 90 there, so if you do like more than 90, maybe he's not going to be able to do it all for you there. Wrists on a complete sort of ball peg there, so you can go all the way around, rotate, swap the hands out, do that sort of thing. The cape itself, as I say, fully bendy wire. So if I go down there, you can see all the pleats and bendy wire. There's no bendy wires sort of down nothing down the shafts there. Just there is some on the front there, so you can get all your cape posing done. I like the bobbly bits. What are those bits supposed to be? Sort of metal bobbly bits. I've always known them as, don't actually know what they're called. What have we got in the torso? Well, we can go quite far down there. We can go, we can't go that much back. Nope, not getting much going back. We've got side to side. Oh, we haven't got much there either. Okay, so it's a bit of swivel, a bit lacking in the abdomen for you articulation fans. But again, it could just be me. So I'm sure there's actual professional reviewers out there that will do that for you. There's your crotch shot. What you can get there. Have we dropped down? Oh, we are. But drop down. There you are. I can drop down and push up. Of course, it's the most detailed I've ever done for articulation. Double jointed knee, but again, you're not getting much past 90 degrees. And yes, again, that's just me. Let's try the other one. Oh, no. Okay. Ah, what an idiot. Clearly, you can get much past 90 degrees. That was me just being an idiot. Ankles, got full rocker, and you've got your toe pivot there, so you can do all sorts of poses. Now I've seen D Amazing do this for a video sort of thing, and he does this, a bit of this, and you end up looking like this. But a bit better than me, but for me, that's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad. Punchy Magneto. He'll give you a whack. A whack with your magnetism. Have that, son. Look at that. Boxing Magneto. Didn't think you were getting that today. Nor did I. But articulation, as Mafex, is pretty good and very buttery smooth. So no stiffness there, no loose joints. Just really nice sort of flexible joints there. Right, so everybody's favourite segment. It is comic book comparison time. So I've flopped out the Marvel X-Men Omnibus. It's the Jim Lee version, Volume 2. And of course you can see here the famous pull-out cover from October 1991, was it? 1992? God knows, somebody will correct me. But it is X-Men #1 by Jim Lee, the pull-out cover. And there is Magneto on the end. So if I bring in the figure, you will then see my recreation of said pose there. So you can do it pretty much perfectly compared to the comic. So hopefully my goal is to get all of these characters on this cover in Mafex form. So we still need Professor X. We've got Jean. We've just got Storm. She's great. We need Archangel. We need Beast. We need Colossus. Gambit is an outstanding figure. We've got Psylocke. We need Rogue. We've got Cyclops. We've got the brown suit Wolverine. And then we've just got Magneto himself there in all his glory. And I've just gone inside the book there to use the actual individual covers. And as you can see there, this figure looks absolutely spot on to Jim Lee's artwork. So this is a real good one from Mafex. Right then, main event time coming up. We're actually going to get him in the collection. But here's a little behind the scenes of all the chaos you kind of get yourself into while trying to film a YouTube review. Right then, it's main event time. Let's get Magneto in the Mafex collection. So I'm down here in the living room. This is the Detolf display. You see the HasLab Galactus over there. But he's going to live over here with the HasLab Sentinel. So if you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoy the display. If you've seen it before, then we're about to see it again, but with an extra figure in. So here we go. So I've got at the top there, we've got Jean Grey from the Jim Lee Mafex version. I do like to put comics at the back. So we've got an older copy of Uncanny X-Men number 133 there, with of course Hellfire Hank being beat up by Wolverine himself. So there is the Marvel Legends Sentinel from the HasLab. There is the brown suit Wolverine. That's an absolutely, again, an immaculate figure. One of the best ones in there. The base is from the old Toy Biz days. That is a custom-made shelf. It's just a piece of acrylic cut in half, so I could actually fit the might of the Sentinel in the cabinet. We'll actually display things rather than wasting all the space. We come down here. We've got another brown suit Wolverine comic in the back, and then we have the rest of the team so far. If you're wondering about the base, that is old Toy Biz Marvel Legends comics that I cut up. Used a bit of Mod Podge to glue onto the Detolf because a lot of my furniture in here is black. And in the UK, IKEA have discontinued the Detolf, so it's only in white, so that's annoying. So here is Storm, she has shameless self-plug, of course, because she is available on the channel as an unboxing. She is a really, really good looking figure. Cyclops, probably the worst figure out of the bunch is Cyclops. He's a bit clumsy, but that is the base from Marvel Select. I forget which figure it actually comes from, because I just collect Select for the basis. Here's one that you haven't got. You need to try and backtrack and get this fella. I had to backtrack him and get him on the secondary market, so he wasn't the cheapest, but Gambit is just really, really cool. So he's in there, and then dangling down there, of course, is Psylocke herself. So she is just dangling with a bit of bendy wire off the Sentinel. So that is the cube, but it is missing Magneto. So I've just got to work out now where I'm going to display him in there. And I think I'm going to go up on the Sentinel shelf and put him right next to Wolverine there. So for my final posing of him, I've gone for the sort of circular effects. I might try and get him levitating on one of the stands, but he'll do in there for now. Usually when a figure goes in here, it doesn't get touched for many years, and that's it. But I might try and give him a few different poses. So I really do like the cape on this one. You can do lots with that cape, so I'm sure all the great ACBA people out there will be able to do lots with that cape. So if I pan back, you can sort of get the full view of the actual display there. So that is what it's looking like. So I'm very, very pleased with how this collection is coming on. I was going to actually think about dangling him from the top, or maybe Storm. So if I can find some more bendy wire eventually, he may be hanging in a future video up the top there, just sort of dangling over the display. But I think for now, I'm quite happy with his placement there. So please do let me know in the comments below if you're picking this one up, or if it is one you'd like to add to your collection, because he is really cool. I think he'll definitely work in Marvel Legends, and he definitely works in this Mafex display. So come on, Mafex, we need to get Rogue, we need to get Beast, Colossus. Let's get the rest of this team done, because this is going to be a really cool looking display cube, I think, with the Sentinel in there as well, once it's all in. But that's pretty much it for this one. So I wasn't really expecting to do a video today when I knew I'd missed that parcel. But again, double shout out to Mr. FedEx there, who did come back with the parcel. And again, the pound being really strong against the yen is really helpful, because if I had got my UK order, it would have nearly been twice the price of this. So for around £54 I pay for this Magneto, I think he's really, really good value for money. So he would get my my seal of approval if that was the kind of thing that I gave. So that's it really. So I have been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, comment, and of course subscribe, because I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers here in 2023. So I really would like to hit that this year. I hope you've enjoyed my random commentary. That's the kind of thing that happens on this channel. If I get around to it, I might try and do a review of Steel, so you can go up there with the Death and Return of Superman if I get around to it. Oh, there's a look at Mezco in some sort of ominous shadow from the ring light there. So I will end it there, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for watching, and I will of course see you on the next video.